Hey, good afternoon. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Saturday, the 6th of January 2024. This is my weekly video where we have a look at some of the Forex pairs. I'm trading on the daily time frame using the high probability and divergence trading methods from my books. So happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to a new year. This is the first video for the new year. I hope it's going good for you so far. It's only early days, I know. Thanks for watching the video. If you do like it, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's always appreciated. Look, I get it. They're not the most exciting videos on the planet, but we're just trying to get the message across, and we'll go over a few pairs, etc., what we're looking at on the charts. Now, let's first up have a look at the news, which we do on the free Forex Factory economic calendar. I'm only interested in high impact news events. This is the next, or Monday will be the start of the actual trading year. I know last week there was a bit of action there, like last night there was Canadian and US employment numbers, which spiked the market a little bit, and you'll see that annoyed me a little. But we're starting to kick off now. This is when it starts to get busier again. The volume will start to pick up. So let's have a look at the news. And as I said that, there's probably not much news. On Monday, we've got CPI numbers out of Switzerland. Nothing on Tuesday. Wednesday, got CPI numbers out of Australia and talking head out of the UK. But Thursday picks up a little bit. CPI numbers out of the US. CPI numbers can be a market mover, so just be careful. Unemployment claims out of the US. And Friday, GDP out of the UK and PPI numbers out of the US on Friday. So it's a fairly quiet week, but they are major news events, those CPI numbers, so just be careful there. Other than that, not much happening at all, really. All right, let's have a look at the charts, because that's what we're all here for. Before we get in the charts, let's have a look at this Word document, just in go. Where are we going? High probability, that one. All right, high probability setup. You can have a read of this. This just explains the settings, the different colors on the charts. Most people are watching these videos have read my book, so know exactly what's going on, but some people may be new or a little bit confused or got no idea what I'm talking about. Just have a read of this, pause the video, take a screenshot. Also helps those that maybe English is not your first language. Sometimes easier to read English or use the old, what's that, Google app you can translate stuff with? Lens, Google Lens, which I use a lot because I live in a foreign country and I don't speak Khmer, which is Cambodian. So you can read this. The bottom indicator is the MACD Platinum, which is this one on the left here. You can see it on the charts. Oscillates around the zero level, which is this line there. Generally looking to sell when it's above the zero level and buy when it's below the zero level. So that's the gist of it all. So that just explains all the different colors, but I go through most of this in the charts anyway as we go through the video. All right, let's get into it. TradingView. I use TradingView for all my analysis, but all my trading is done on other platforms, mainly MT5. This is my list of pairs on the right here. It's in alphabetical order. It's not the full 28 pairs. This is a sample list. I'm not a trade signal provider or anything like that. This is just to show you guys and girls. When I say guys, I mean girls too, so I'm not leaving anyone out. So this list here, you'll see some highlighted in orange, means there's something I want to talk about in this video. Highlighted in light blue means there's a trade on or trades on, some action's been taken. Highlighted in dark blue means a trade on, no action taken. And if there's no highlight, which is there's none in every pair except for the three down that are just more for curiosity, no highlight means no trade on. So let's have a look. Aussie USD. All right, it's highlighted in orange means it's something I want to talk about, and non-farm payrolls weren't kind to me. Well, they were and they weren't. Now, what you'll see on the right is my most recent trade. So you'll see the pair, the date, the signal, and my thoughts on that trade. And on the left is normally old trade. So in this case, I've got a buy, which is here on the 14th of December. So new buy signal. All the notes are gone, but just the trade management's on there. So 20th of December, I closed half. So I'm thinking on the open of this candle here, closed half there, dragged my stop up, went up, and just basically come straight down. And last night's news stopped me out. So 5th of Jan, which is last night for me, stopped out for an overall profit. So you see that spike just come down, took out my stop, and this is going to annoy me because you know what's going to happen now. It's going to go up, And I'm in a sell from the 3rd of Jan. It's a high risk trade. Trends changing. You can see, look, higher highs, higher lows. Market structure. MAs are starting to turn. But there is regular bearish divergences marked there and there. MACD platinum above the 0 level. So it's a sell, which I took. And on the big news, it spiked down, taking out my buy, which was sort of my protection for this sell, and now it's bounced straight back up past the entry point. So this is going to get a little bit messy. The MACD Platinum's nearly at the 0 level, so I'll give it one more day and see how it pans out on Monday. And what I may do is consider closing half and tighten this stop right up. The trend is up, as I said, so I don't want to be on the wrong side of it with this sell trade. So it's Aussie USD, and just getting back to the charts, when I do call these trades, as I say every video, they're called, for me, the new market open at the moment is at 5 a.m. local. I'm in Cambodia, so 5 a.m. is 5 p.m. New York time. I get out of bed about 6:30, sometimes earlier, sometimes later, but normally around 6:30. That's when my alarm's set for. I get out of bed, I check the charts, I call the trades, I take a screenshot. So it's all done sort of within an hour and a half, 2 hours of the new candle. But not much happens in that first 2 hours anyway, so it's no big deal. So that's what I post the screenshots. I share the screenshots to all the JAGfx social media sites, which includes Facebook, the Telegram channels, and Matt from Family Man's Discord channel. So it's all very transparent at the time. And any trade management's also called. So in those daily updates, I always put my trade management there. So that's it on the Aussie USD, CAD Swiss. Next one. I think we're in a couple of sells here if it ever comes up. Pause the video while we're waiting. All right, not sure why it took so long there, but we're good. We're in a couple of sells. This grey vertical line here was a buy, which we were stopped out on. We're in a sell from the 29th of September, so it seems like a lifetime ago, last year. It's still going down. Stop and place there. I can't really pull that stop down any tighter. Normally I like to keep the stop sort of between the 50 and the 100. So I could probably bring the stop down to, I'll look at it, I'll probably at least bring it down to where the most latest sell, 22nd of December. I took another sell in here and it stops there. So I'll probably drag that stop on the older. You can see the moving average is starting to spread to they're stacked, so it's definitely a downtrend. I want to give it a bit of room. I don't want to tighten it up too much. In the meantime, I'm adjusting these green lines for potential divergence. If I keep on dragging it down, it becomes like negative. It's no longer valid. I just remove it. It's just a bit of preparation. That's all it is. So at the moment, it's still potential divergence until proven otherwise. But we're in two sells. Can't lose on that one, which is this one, and I'm pretty sure we can't lose on a 2nd of Jan closed half. So let's have a look. 2nd of Jan, 28th, 29th. Where is it? There. So on the open of this candle, right on the open of that candle, closed half. So we can't lose on that sell either, because if I closed half, so between there and there is my profit, and my stops there. So even if I get stopped down in the second half, I'm still a very small profit, and the other sell there. So it's all good. That's a CAD Swiss. Euro CAD, this pair has been going nowhere fast. 14th of December, I took a buy, and look at this. How sideways is that? And I've drawn this blue line. I'm just extending it. It's just, there's my stop. I haven't moved my stop. MACD Platinum's slowly grinding up towards the 0 level, and price is just slowly grinding sideways. But you look at this pair, it's like the AusCAD. It does the same. Look, the MA is just not separated at all, really. But all good. We're not losing. Well, we are losing because the entry's up here, but we're not losing. Euro pound. All right, highlighted. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. All right, this buy trade. I took a buy trade on the 13th of December. 21st of December closed half. So let's have a look. Might be up here somewhere. There. That one. When you open that candle, closed half. MACD Platinum through the 0 level, and prices at the moving average. So closed half, drag my stop up, and then I move my stop up again on the 29th of December to 86467. So that would have been 86467 right up. I dragged it right up nice and tight. So where are we? 467, about in here, this area somewhere. Around these moving averages, and bang, it was actually spiked out on close on this candle, the 2nd of Jan. Yeah, 2nd of Jan. That little sort of spike bearish candle there stopped out there for a profit. That's why it's highlighted in orange, just to show you. I'll leave these on the charts just for the purposes of the video so I can show you. And in the meantime, 4th of Jan, new sell signal. So this is one of my more recent trades this month. First one of my trades, can't speak. One of my first trades for the year. So I took a sell in here. You can see the red dot on the QMP filter. Moving averages are tight and close. I'm going to trade in either direction, but there is hidden bearish divergence there, which I love. I love my hidden divergence. Trust me, people, if you're going to trade divergence, hidden divergence, learn it. It is unbelievably good, especially when if you're using hedging or something like that. It tends to work out 90+% eventually. Not always, but it's a reliable signal, hidden divergence on Forex markets. So we got this hidden divergence, we got the sell, and Friday was nice to us. It's come down, so we're not on the buy. Ignore the buy, that's stopped out. As I said, I'll just leave that on the chart for the video. So we're only in this sell. It's heading the right direction. The MACD is still above the 0 level. So what I'm waiting for, and hopefully it'll happen, is for the MACD platinum to go down towards the 0 level here. Then hopefully this will just keep on dropping down a bit. I can close out half, drag my stop down, lock in profit. So that's the euro pound. Looking good so far. Euro USD. Let's go on with this video. Here we go. All right, we're still on a buy from the 14th of December. That's in this candle here. Shot straight up. 15th December, I closed half straight away. On the open in the morning, and basically at the end of the candle, I closed half straight away. The reason being is we went straight to this green level here, which is a 1.1 level, big round number. It's also the previous high, and as you can see, it can be a little bit of a sticking point. And next day, bang, straight off it. There would have been a ton of orders up here. That's just the way people are. Traders are like sheep, and there's no offense to sheep, because my dad, before we moved to Australia, my dad was a shepherd in Scotland, like old school shepherd, like, you know, look after the sheep in the fields. So no offense to sheep. Bit of trivia for you. Yeah, so it's even on my birth certificate too, that father's occupation shepherd. Just like Jesus. No offense to Jesus either. So it's gone back up again, come back up this level and gone through, and so we're looking good on the buy. The stop's up here, can't lose on the buy. Now I took another trade here, a sell on the 3rd of Jan. It's a high risk trade, again like the Aussie. The Aussie USD and the Euro USD tend to move very similar. It's very similar chart patterns a lot of the time. And we've got the same sort of scenario here, except the difference being I wasn't stopped out last night on my buy. It spiked down very close to back to the entry level, and it didn't touch it, which is good. And I want to keep that buy on there for some protection on this high risk sell trade. So that's the reason they're both still on. So we just want to see how it reacts, price reacts around this 1.1 level. And because I've got this buy on, I can sort of not too, if price just continues on up and takes out that stop, it's not the end of the world, because I've got the buy on still. The MACD Platinum's very close to the 0 level, so we'll give it a couple of days and just see where we're going. Might tighten it, might tighten this stop up, something like that. It's probably not going to be an opportunity to close half as yet, but certainly I can tighten the stop up. All right, moving on. Pound CAD. In a buy trade, hopefully, yep. MACD Platinum below the 0 level, take the buy, green dot. MA is all very flat. You can read all about it there. Yeah, it went against me, like a lot of my trades. First, as I took it, on this bearish candle, bang, down she went. Didn't come near my stop, and eventually found its legs and ground up a bit. People ask me, why don't you set a limit order? Like, where do you set it? And what if I set my limit order down here somewhere and it never touched, or, you know, I don't know. I don't know where to set them. So It's too hard. I just rather put the stop in place, take an at market trade, walk away. I don't need all the other drama. Pound yen. Now this is one I've been in for a while. Took a buy on the 15th of December. It shot up nicely after a couple of days. Then it just pulled right back. And this level was already on the chart, and as you can see, it's come down and respected that same level again. I probably just, the line was there, I probably just extended it, which is usual, like that. So it's come down, respected that level again, so it's a fairly major support level now. We've got 4 touches, but remember, support levels don't last forever. They soon get broken eventually, like anything. But we're heading up in the right direction now, and the MACD Platinum's getting close to the 0 level, so give it a day or so, I might take some action on this also. Now, if you hadn't got in here, what you could have done, this is probably a good example. Let's have a look. All right, so you could have probably drawn like a trend line across these highs here, like something like that. And I'm not going to cherry pick it. That's probably it, except the line didn't stay in place. All right, so if you didn't get in with me originally, or you were stopped out, because I know a lot of people would have taken a buy here, had this, and would have dragged the stop right up nice and tight, which means you would have been stopped out. But you could draw this trend line across the highs here, and on this break here, take the new buy. Something like that. Right, pound USD, highlighted in orange, means there's something I want to talk about. Yeah, all right. Took a buy here on the 15th of December. It was all a bit messy, all a bit tight. Hidden bullish divergence. Now, generally I would have just let this lie. I've decided to close it out. It's just a bit of an ugly chart. And plus I was in the Euro and the Aussie also. The 3 of these pairs can move very similar at times. Even if you look at this, it's a similar chart pattern. Now, we took a buy. It's just meandered sideways for a while, popped up a little bit, then popped back down. Then on the 3rd of or the 2nd of Jan, 3rd of Jan, I closed for a loss. So I closed on the open of this candle. In hindsight, it's probably not the smartest thing I've done. Opposite QMP filter dot. So you can see 3rd of Jan, closed for a partial loss on an opposite QMP filter dot. When I say partial loss, so my stop was down here, so if I was risking 1%, I probably only lost about 0.4% because I just took the loss. MACD Platinum still below the 0 level, and like I said, this is hidden bullish divergence. So watch this, and there's a potential for another buy trade with now regular, oh no, still hidden bullish divergence forming there. Potential to take another buy trade and just MACD Platinum below the 0 level. So we're in buy mode. So if I can take another buy trade here, great, I'll take it. Just wait for a setup. It's not happening yet. These lines here is a 1.3 and this one's 1.25. So they're big round numbers. And if you look back in history, you'll see that big round numbers tend to be a sticking point. Is it self-fulfilling? I don't know. Other traders looking at the same round numbers, there'd be orders placed around there. You know, who knows how people think, but you just follow the herd, the flock. Back to the sheep thing. All right, so it's the pound USD closed the sell at a smaller loss, looking for potential buy again. That's the reason it's highlighted. And I left it on the chart to explain my thinking at the time. And look, in hindsight, what's going on? In hindsight, I'm probably going to regret that, but you can't use hindsight in trading, can you? only to learn from. It could have just kept on falling down, price, and gone down to my stop, and it would have been. So the smart thing to do is get out. New Zealand CAD, this is one pair that's just gone sideways also. All right, I'm in a buy trade from the 30th of October. I think this is probably one of my longest trades. So down here, there's a stop between the moving averages, below these lows here. It's been threatened closely on Friday, but didn't quite get down there. So I can't lose on that. I took a sell on the 6th of December, so nearly a month ago already. And it's just gone nowhere. Look at this. Stops up there. Now I've drawn this blue line here. So the stop's out of harm's way. You see a couple of spikes up. And that would people would have their stops up nice and tight. That's why I put it a few pips above or below the lows, just to avoid this sort of crap up here. But we're basically near my entry point, but we can't lose on the buy, and the MACD Platinum's below the zero level, so I'm in buy mode. I've already started drawing a couple of lines there, but probably extend that down further. Yeah, who knows? But it's looking good. You can't complain because I'm not too concerned about the sell because I've still got this buy on, so that's all good. New Zealand Swiss franc, New Zealand chef as some people call it. I don't know how they get chef. Chef's someone that cooks food, isn't it? Doesn't matter. All right, we're going to sell from the 13th of December, and this is a slow moving pair, but sometimes there's nice little moves on it. And this is when it's boring. In a sell, look at this. Dang, 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 gone nowhere. My stop was up here somewhere, so again, clear of those spikes. The initial stop was at 54564, so 545, about there, roughly, give or take, 1 pip. So the stop was there. Now, what I've done on the 5th of Jan, I've just about had enough of this. Yeah, on Friday. Yeah, on Friday, closed half. MACD Platinum was already through the zero level, and it was just meandering sideways. There was enough profit there, closed half, dragged the stop inside the entry, no drama. And come Friday, look at that, new close on Friday. We've got a new green dot on the MACD Platinum below the zero level, hence the grey vertical line, which is a warning signal for me, getting ready to buy. So it's in buy mode. Yeah, so that's potential. Can't lose on the sell. So all good there, but this is just, if you just traded this pair only on the daily time frame, you'd be the most bored trader on the planet. Trust me on that. USD CAD in a buy, going nowhere fast, all right? So the MACD Platinum's been below the zero level for a while. I took a buy here, 6th of December, and it was stopped out for a full loss. Would have been on this candle here. So MACD Platinum still below the zero level, and it's come down again. Had another crack at it, but now the MACD Platinum's starting to head up towards the zero level. Now, ideally, I'd like to see price get up towards the moving averages, but I may have to take some action on this sooner than later. It's just a high risk trade initially because look at that. It's trends down. There's a lower low, a lower high, lower low, and it looks like it may roll over again. So the good side to be on this now would be, looking at market structure, would be to the sell side, and I'm on the wrong side. But we're just in profit. I really want to get that stop up tighter. So that's USD CAD. XAU, USD, gold. We're stuck in no man's land here, right? So just explaining the levels here. That's the $1,800 level, this one here. This one up here is the $2,000 level. 2,000 is a big round number. Obviously, 2,000 is a round number, but in gold, that's a huge number. It's a sticking point on price. You can see like a couple of examples. If you go back, let's have a look at a weekly chart. So between the 1,800, see there's 2,000. That's a great example. Spike through it and straight back down. This is a weekly chart. 1,800 down to it. Look at, hugged 1,800 there, back through it, up, bounced its head off it, back down, then up here, struggled a bit. See those candles? This is weekly candles. Up, back down to it, bang, up to the 2,000 again, down close to 1,800, back to 2,000. So it just, the two big round numbers on gold. So, and I'm pretty sure there's probably people out there that made zillions of dollars just trading between those two numbers like that. But anyway, getting back to where I'm at, I took a buy here. That was the 15th of December. Already closed half, stops in place, can't lose. So I closed half on the 28th of December. So let's have a look where I closed. 28th. Yeah, so that's just about the high. This candle here, MACD Platinum, if you look down, it's through the zero level. We're at a previous high here, ignoring that wick. That was a huge, unbelievable, that one. So basically at that same high, closed half, put my stop in place, so I can't lose. If you look at the distance there, I can't lose on that buy no matter what. Then on the 4th of Jan, I took a sell, high risk trade, as you can see there, trading against the uptrend. You can see the MAs are starting to move. And it's just above the 2000 level. Yeah, the recent huge spike, you can rewind that, throws things out. Because, you look at, if that spike wasn't there, you put that as divergence. That spike sort of nullifies that divergence. I don't know. I really didn't find out what caused that spike or no idea. But right, so we're in a sell, stops up there. We're in a buy, can't lose on the buy. So we're sort of in prices around the same levels. So we'll just wait and see what happens. All right, next three are just more for shits and giggles, more out of curiosity. US dollar. This is just the US dollar against that basket of 6 currencies there. You can see on the list. Last signal was a buy. We've got regular bullish divergence. And all these signify the trade signals. Reds for sells, obviously, and blues for buy. I don't know why I can't make up my mind between blue and green. Reds definitely sell, but it's either between blue and green for buys. Well. So we're in a buy. We had that, and there's the US employment numbers. It wouldn't have been Canadian numbers. Sorry to my Canadian friends. I've actually got a cousin that lives in Canada. I've lost touch with them, and I've been to Canada as I've been to the US, both beautiful countries. But US numbers, employment numbers affect the market a lot more than the Canadian numbers unless they come in way off. But yeah, that's that spike from Friday. US 500, US stock market. Last signal was this sell, getting up close to the all-time high. I think that's all-time high. Let's have a look at the weekly. I'm pretty sure that's the all-time high. Yeah. We can go across a bit. Yeah. So there's that high there. Look at that. Bang. You don't think there's 1,000 orders up there? Yeah, probably. That's the weekly chart, remember? So price has got up to it, not quite touched it, and back down again. You see that trend starting to go to the upside. We got big regular bearish divergence there, and MACD Platinum's already through the 0 level. So if you had taken the sell and you weren't stopped out, it'd be time to start thinking about locking in profit, or it's not much really to take. Or your entry would have been up here on that candle there, but would you have taken a trade a couple of days before Christmas? Who knows? Right, and finally, if I can find it, BTC, USD, Bitcoin had another go at the 45,000 level, which is this number here, this green line here, 40,035. Had another crack at it and didn't push through. And there's a line needs adjusting. So potential divergence there for a sell coming up, but who knows? Ever since sort of this level here, as it's ground its way up, there's been a lot of chat. Normally when people start talking about Bitcoin again, that's a good time to start selling it or closing out. I've got I think I've got 5 robots trading, and I've closed 2 of them. So I think I've only got 3 at the moment. No, wrong one. Let's have a look, see if I can bring them up here. Yeah, I've only got 3. So this just small amounts, 1,400, 1,400, 1,400. But, like this robot here has made me, well, there it is. There it's 10 months, 23 days. It's made me $1,089. So 71% return on my money. This one's 58%, but that one's been out of range a couple of times. So that's been going for 1 year, 5 months. That's my longest one. And TRX, my capital on that, I think was 1,500. And I've closed it a couple of times and reset it, but it's averaging 0.13% a day, daily profit. These are daily profits there. Not much, but it all adds up, especially when these babies run 365 days a year. Just a bit of trivia for you. Let's go back to the trading view. So I've got 2 that are on hold at the moment. I think XRP, BTC, and Matic, MATIC, BTC. They're on hold because they dropped. All right, so BTC is at 45,000, roughly, give or take. So all good. All right, good folks. That's it for the charts. I've probably rambled on long enough. Again, if you like the videos, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I know they're not exciting at all. I get it. But just to show you that the system does work, the high probability, And if you've been paying attention in the social media groups, you'll probably know that there's a new book coming out soon. Not sure when, barring any major issues. It should be out hopefully by the end of this month or maybe early next month. And what we're doing is basically using the same indicators. I am adding Bollinger Bands to the mix, but there is, and it'll all be explained in the book, but it's basically the system on steroids. Helps a lot with filtering out trades and also managing trades. So looking forward to it. It's actually, I'm getting sick of looking at the book because I hate writing books. It's just not my thing. I'm not as you can tell by the way I talk, I'm not exactly an eloquent sort of person. Big words scare me. But yeah, no, it should be out soon. So thanks for watching the video. Happy New Year again, and I'll speak to you good folk sometime during the week. Cheers.